Welcome to the podcast recording of Middle East AI News, live for Thursday, August 1st, 2024, brought to you by On Demand, turbocharged AI product development and integration. You're listening to my discussion with Husni Kaffash, Regional Managing Director at aiXplain. We're talking about AI adoption in the Middle East, aiXplain's vision for AI development, the company's $6.5 million pre-Series A funding round, and its new education initiatives in the region.
So let's dive into today's topic. In today's Thursday Deep Dive, we're going to be talking about AI startup aiXplain, its development and expansion, and the company's no-code AI platform. And in today's show, we're going to touch on the recent $6.5 million pre-Series A led by White Ventures, aiXplain's no-code AI development platform, the company's plans for Arabic in AI, expansion plans in Saudi Arabia and across MENA, and what the future looks like. I'm going to be joined by Husni Kaffash from aiXplain, who's based in the region. Husni is a regional managing director for the Middle East and North Africa at aiXplain and joined the company earlier this year. He has a long track record in the region's technology sector, and he was previously partner and MENA lead for managed services and digital transformation at global professional services firm EY. He's also held leadership positions at Microsoft, Google, and Maktub prior to its acquisition by Yahoo. So he's now focused on driving aiXplain's expansion in MENA and developing its operations in Saudi Arabia. So a warm welcome to Husni Kaffash on Middle East AI News Live.
Carrington, thank you so much for inviting me. Hello, everybody on the podcast. It's great to have you here. I will try to, there's many points that has been mentioned, and I'm very happy to be able to take you through that, where we see our future as a company, where we see the AI business globally and MENA region, and why I chose to be joining a startup on AI technology coming from one of the biggest four companies in the world in the consulting, and why I see this is a breakthrough that it will be something that everybody will be proud of. So let me share with you a little bit about what's aiXplain and why it attracts my attention, and now why it attracts investors, clients, people to work with us and to be part of what the success story we have. When the computer was created, not many people managed to use the computer. If you don't know the DOS programming, at that time, most of you are very young people, so you will not remember this. But before, when the computer was created, when you open the computer, it will be black screen, and there is a green color will come. If you need to have a DOS programming capabilities to be able to operate. So you have to say CD, 2 dots, and you put the command. So it's all command. You need to know, program it to do that. That means the people who can harness the importance and the powerful presentation of computer were 0.00001% of the global human being. Because how many people knows it has to be engineer and developer to be able to do that? This changed when Bill Gates created something called operating system window that allows my mom, who is over 70, myself, my daughter, to be able to use the computer and to be able to make the best out of it. So all what I need to do is to double click in, let's say, words, and then I can write whatever I want. I don't need to know what's the command for printing. I just click or on the logo or the icon of a click on print, and then it will print. So that means everybody can start to use that computer, that use the power of it, and start to innovate and facilitate and enhance your development. Hassan, our founder, he is a PhD professor from Germany. He's Syrian origin, born, raised in Germany. And he used to be the head of AI for Amazon Web Services, for Meta, as well as for eBay in his life. And as well as he did a lot of startups in Germany, as well as in the States. And then the last acquisition, they asked him to move from Germany, from Aachen, to go Silicon Valley in California, where he's been there now for over 10 years. And he saw that as much as you give these tools to as many people as you would like to use it, engineer and non-engineers, you'll have to have more innovation, because great ideas should not and doesn't only come from engineers. Engineers are extremely smart. They are amazing to have. But you can find great ideas from non-engineers if you give them the right tools. So the idea of when we talk to anybody or explainers and what you are trying to do, you will find the same message is we are trying to democratization of using AI. Democratization is to make it available for everybody, so everybody can use it and can expand it and can innovate using that. So this is where aiXplain is playing today. We have over 20 patents already as a company registered, and proudly we have it because of Hassan and the team that has been developed. We have team members, more than 40% are PhD holders. So we have strong team who are developing from research and development to create new tools. We created new things that we will share with you now about how we look at AI and how we work with this. It's very important to know that AI, it's exactly as the blockchain when it started to happen and how many people will start to talk about it, they want to use with it, but you'll start to find out that it is many of them is, there is a lot of noise. There is not many signals on that. So you need to be able to know what is the noise, what the signal, and how does that work. This is where I think that there is many people will come to you, will have maybe some integration with the open AI, like ChatGPT, and say that I have an AI company. And then when you start to dig deep inside, there is nothing. It's just only an integration or a face for an application for a company there. So if they cut that cord, you have no business. So I think that companies, people, individuals, that engineers start to understand that where is the real thing and where is not the real thing to do that. So this is the overall view of where we are and where we stand.
Maybe you could just get in a nutshell, tell us explain what your main business is.
So aiXplain today, it's a marketplace that has over 40,000 models. It has trillions of data that you can train your models on, and has over 1,500 specialists that have been trained, tested, having license to be able to help on certain parts of AI domains and development. So that's the overall, that we have a marketplace that you can go and to be able to find wherever you need to work on this. That's one part. The second part is we managed to develop 5 tools that is very essential in our perspective to any AI hardcore developer to use to accelerate their development. So I love to make challenges. I love to have fun. This is why I enjoy what I'm doing now. Sometimes we go to a CEO to companies and we tell him that bring your head of AI development team. Somebody will come very smart, very capable, very proud about what they does. And he said, let's do that. Let's do a model that, let's say, will translate. Imagine this recording would like to be able to translate it to Arabic and to French. And then I want to summarize it to 2 minutes to English, French, and Arabic. So we'll tell him how much time that will take for you to develop that for the head of it. I said, yeah, I'm very strong. We have a great team. We'll do it in 1 week to 10 days. In aiXplain, we can do it in 3 minutes. This is how fast it can be. Even the CEO can build it without even asking his AI to develop that for them. So number 2 is we have tools that allow you to be able to develop things much, much faster, much, much stronger, and of course, much cheaper, and to do that. And the third part, we created our smart agent, Bell'Esprit, which means the beautiful spirit. I'm sure most of you used the ChatGPT before. ChatGPT, if you ask a question or like to ask for, let's say that I would like to build a model that can translate and summarize this call to 3 languages. Do you have 2 problems with the ChatGPT? One is that they will not ask you a question. It will give you an information. Then you look and say, this is not what I'm really looking for. So you need to revise how you wrote your question till it will get exactly what you want, if it will get it. And that's one problem. Now, second of all, it will tell you what you need to do. So you print it out and then you go to development company or development team to be able to develop it for you. Bell'Esprit doesn't answer you right away. So it will keep asking you questions till you exactly understand what you'd like to do. And number 2, it does not tell you what you need to do. It builds it in front of your eyes in seconds. So it will build for you the models, it will connect it, it will work with that. So these are the 3 things that aiXplain is doing today.
Great. Maybe we could just talk about the region for a moment. It's a new region for aiXplain, but it's certainly not a new region for you. What have you seen over the past year or 2 in terms of companies getting to grips with AI? And do you think this year we're at a turning point?
A great question. I think that it's, as you said in the beginning, there is 93% of companies would like to be, or they do start for AI strategy, but it's less than 8% that they really know what they are doing, which is, this is not because we are slacking as a region, but first of all, this is a new industry. Number 2, there's so much noise. So it's very difficult for a lot of people who doesn't understand it well to decide where is the real value or where is just only a noise and something that doesn't really add a lot of value. But surely the leadership in the region, especially when we talk like in Saudi Arabia, in UAE and Qatar, like Jordan, wherever you discuss in the region, they understand that having an AI strategy and start to implement and work with it, it will really put us in a place that we can compete positionally in the world. Let me give you some data that maybe you are not aware of. Globally, the biggest LLMs mean large language models, that you use the language to be able to have models. The biggest place on earth that's doing this is China. Number 2 is in the Middle East. who created a mega LLMs that it's in a great position and that can compete globally. We look at it as in the region between Saudi, UAE, Qatar, who are building these amazing LLMs, and they are competing in a global marketplace of how strong they are. Let's not be fooled that LLM is a very hot cookie that everyone's talking about, but AI is not only about large language models. It has finance, it has HR, it has maintenance, it has prediction data, it has many applications. But the easiest one is that anybody can use is to use language. Hi, Siri, good morning. What's the temperature today? Like that part. So this is where we see there is a lot of focus on this. But I think that as we are more maturing, we'll start to see that there is more applications and more models will be working on this. Let me add one point, that to have an AI solution. So let's look at the simplest example, which is I mentioned. Let's say the Siri on Apple. When you say, hey, Siri, what is the weather today? This is the solution. That it will tell you the weather today is 27 degrees or 54 degrees, wherever you are. That solution has a lot of models. Number one model is when you say, hey, Siri, to wake up Siri to listen to you. The other one is the speech to text. What is the weather today? So it will be text to understand. Number three, it has to understand where I am. So it will know that which city I'm asking the language. So now I'm speaking to you, I'm in Riyadh. Tomorrow I'll be in Dubai. Last week I was in Toronto. So whenever I ask the same question, I'm getting different answers because it knows where I am and what is the answer that I'm looking for. And then it will go another model to search for that information. Then fourth, it will normalize the answer, and then it will make it from text to speech. So they have so many models around it, and then of course you need to train it, because my English is not like your English. You are a very well English-speaking person, while originally Palestinian, that my English is as good as it will be. It will always have the accent of it. So how the system will be able to normalize my English accent comparing to an English, to Saudi English, to Egyptian English, to Indian English, to any accent we have. And imagine all these accents has to be understood by that machine to understand for all of us what it means, is as well as for the Arabic dialect. The Egyptian dialect to Syrian, to Palestinian, to Saudi, to Emirati. And even in Saudi, as an example, we have something called Najdi. The people who are our friends who are Saudis are in this call today, and I see many of them. So you have the Najdi accent, and there is the Hijazi accent. And some of these, in the same country, with the same culture, you find certain words that is not the same between both of them. So that normalization and making understand, it has a lot of data training to be sure that it will understand all that. So today, we believe that having these solutions, it needs to have a lot of models under it and to be able to be trained in a lot of data. The challenge that we have all, and if you ask anybody here that why we have only 8% of companies, they start to work well and the 92% is not there, for the following reasons. And this is regionally very accurate, and I think to also apply to other countries. Number one, to start to work with a solution, you need to see a lot of models. There is no yellow pages or there is no Google for models to tell you what models are available for that solution. So a lot of developers got puzzled of which model should I use and should I try. So you need to know where is the model. Number two, you need to have a lot of data to be able to make this data ready to train the model. So having a data alone, let's say they have 10,000 hours of call center of a hospital, which is massive important data. But if you not structure it and you re-engineer it, it will worth nothing because the system will not be able to train on it. And number three, you need people who will be able to come and to be able to stitch things together. The beauty about what aiXplain is doing is doing all that. You're interested, I want to build a solution doing like this, it will suggest to you out of 40,000 models, up to date, ready, and you can work on it and you can use it. You don't need to buy data or to create data because so much time and so expensive. But actually, we tell you that we can train your model onto the data by bringing your algorithm to the data. So we keep the integrity of the data and nobody can steal it. So data owner will not be worried that somebody will steal the data and take it. But also, it will make it, you pay friction over the course of you will create the data and you will work on that. And for the people, instead of going 4 months hiring process to find someone, we have 1,500 people. They can do for 2 weeks the project that you need to do. We guarantee the deliverables, we guarantee the people, we guarantee the results. So you don't need for you to go with a hiring process for just only 2 weeks. We will do all that. You said, this is the request, we build it for you and to do it. The last point I want to continue. Many of the CTOs or CIOs or chief AI officers, they are so worried of starting to do any of these models or any of these solutions because they are worried that if we start to do something and then there is a new model will be created or a new hosting requirement will be created, what shall I go to tell my boss or my board of directors or the crown prince or the government how can I justify that I spent $4 million on building that solution and then now I need to rebuild it again because there is something cheaper or better or faster. So that's one of the biggest challenges, saying that let me wait to see what people are doing. So I don't want to be the first front runner on this, and then I will be stuck with these things, which is bad because the one who will be scared to be the first one will never be able to lead and never be able to innovate. So what we do, we managed to build a platform that allows you to change any model from paid, let's say ChatGPT-4, Llama, whatever it is, to Hugging Face, open source, in one click. We also allow you to change your hosting from your internal or from Google Cloud or from Azure or from AWS to any other one, internally, internationally, locally, hyperscaler, whatever you would like to do in one click. This allows the people to start and to work and to build their solutions and their strategy without being worried that they can start and they get stuck with that provider of an application or a model, or they are stuck of the hosting agreement because things are changing very fast. I hope I managed to explain that in a good way.
Where do you see the uptake then in this market? Is it some sectors moving faster than others, or is it purely a size of company issue? Where do you see the movement in moving from planning to development and implementation?
I think, I'm not sure if this is something good or bad. I will leave that for you and the listeners to this podcast to decide. It depends on the leadership of that organization, regardless if it's a government entity or a private entity. We see and we are dealing with the biggest entities in the Middle East, government and private sector, where you see that they are leading the conversation and they are demanding things to happen and they understand where they are going and they have no fear of trying and seeing how this will help and change things. And companies, smaller size, medium or large, government or private sector, that they just shy away and hide of trying things because they are not competent enough. They are scared to be able to harness the AI and work with it. We as humans, we are scared from things we don't know and understand. Many people doesn't understand that there is none of us was created or was built or was born with an AI chip inside us that understand what's AI, what it is. We need to search, we need to study, we need to try, we need to explore to be able to reach where we are today. And that, I think that's something that we are trying to, with Bill Esprit as an example, where it can build you a solution just by texting in English. Please go to aiXplain.com and register. It's free. You don't need to pay anything. And if you verify even with your mobile number, you get $5 as a credit you can use. And use Bill Esprit. It's free. Say that I would like to build a solution. And you will see that how it will ask you questions so it will understand what you need. And then it will build the solution for you in seconds, in your own eyes, how the solution will be built. And then you can, even if you have never ever built a solution, you will see, oh, the outcome is a woman's voice, but it looks like she is from England, while I want the outcome to be a man's voice coming from Scotland. So you can see how you can change these models to be able to get the output that you need. So it is, we encourage people to try. We encourage people to ask this question. My contacts is available everywhere. I answer every single WhatsApp message, every single email, maximum in 24 hours. And we feel that we are the catalyst of trying to make people understand what's AI, try it, work with it, and doesn't matter where you will use it. In the end of the day, we believe that if we grow the AI business in the Middle East, everybody will benefit. And we believe as we are integrated part of most of the people who are building AI, I will make money from you wherever you go, directly with me or with any other partner that we are dealing with.
What is your view on what's happening regionally, and how does aiXplain enable more Arabic usage?
Sure. So we have already today, if you go to aiXplain, in Sadaya, as an example, Saudi Data and Artificial Intelligence Authority, they created LLM called Allam. They're very advanced Arabic Saudi-based language, LLM to work over. There you find it in IBM Watson as well as you find it in aiXplain. If you go to JACE, which is a Core 42, UAE Abu Dhabi, a product, you find it also available on aiXplain. So we as a marketplace, we have, as I told you, we have 40,000 models. There is Arabic, there is English, there is French, there is Somalian, there is whatever you need. And the beauty about it, if you say there is a certain language or a certain product or a certain model is not available today in aiXplain, you just mention it in the platform. Even if you don't know my contacts or my team's contact, you say that I would like to onboard that model. Let's say that your younger brother, Nakaraj, in Dubai, built a very nice model. In your opinion, I would like to use it in aiXplain platform to be able to build other things. We will onboard it to you in less than 24 hours. So we onboard models, we will make it standardized. As we mean by onboarding, by standardizing it. That means it will be connected and working with any model in the world in a second, including the hosting and the service on that. So we see that working. as a person from the Middle East, as I've been working in the biggest companies in technology from the Middle East here, we believe as a company and me personally that this region deserves the best and can deliver amazing things. I believe that we have very smart people. We have hungry people. We have a region that has a lot of challenges politically, as you see the news every single day with what's going on. Nevertheless, we believe that we can make a change with whatever we are trying to build and to deliver to this world. All what we need to do is to educate the people and to give the tools to deliver. I have zero doubt, and I've been seeing this in many places in the Arab world. I have been lucky enough to go maybe 10 years or more to Gaza city as an example, and I saw how hungry the students in the university and how strong they are and how they build. These tough times that it gives us in the region, it will make us stronger and more fighter to do something more. All what we need is to know what to do and to have the tools to do that. I hope that Explain and other companies, like globally or regionally or locally, will be able to give these young, amazing people in the Arab world the tools they need to be able to wow the world of what we can deliver and what we can do. And I consider it as a very passionate and close to heart mission that I would like to deliver. And this is why I'm proudly part of the Explain team and working very closely with Dr. Hassan Sawaf.
Absolutely. What's the scope of users for your no-code platform? Where's it likely to sit in an organization in terms of who's going to use it most? Is it going to be the developers, or is it going to be the business functions?
Both. It is for developer. They have the tools and they have the SDKs, which is codes that they can use to utilize and to work on everything. That's one part. And for business people like you, like a CEO, like a deputy minister, like a minister, like a very non-developer person can see and can unify the language when he speaks to his technology team. You will find it very funny, but it's very true at the same time. When a CEO talks to his CIO about what he would like to deliver and what he'd like to do, they speak the same language. They both maybe from the same city, so there's no even accent issue. But the business, when they explain what they want to do, and the technology, when they hear the requirement from the business, is totally two different things. Most of the time, the outcome is not what they think that both of them, they understood where it is. We today, with Bill Esprit and understanding what you need to do, we managed to be able to unify the AI discussion between business and technology to understand what we need to do and how to build it, and even to test it before you start to build it. So we can build you a proof of concept in less than 5 minutes, which is usually it takes 2 to 3 weeks. In the AI world, 2 to 3 weeks to build a POC is so long, and it doesn't make sense. You want to go to your minister, you want to go to your CEO, you want to go to your leadership, your board, to show some certain kind of ideas from a startup, or if you are a well-established company, in hours, not in weeks. So this is, I think, that how we managed to help that and to solve this problem. Please just go to Explain, go to Bill Esprit, and you tell her, I work in a school, I work in a university, I am a podcaster looking at technology in the Middle East, and I would like to use AI. Do you think that if I will be able to have this one now what we're discussing now, it will be transcribed onto Arabic and to French at the same time? With that, how that will cost me? What is the application I can use to be sure and lively when I'm doing this, or when it records, to be able to have all this one? Is there an AI model on this? And you will see the discussion you have with Bill Esprit till it will show you what you need to build and how to course it and what you need to do on that. Isn't that cool and nice?
I'm definitely going to do that.
Perfect. And happy. If you have any question, please shoot it to me, and I'm happy to show you. If you got stuck in anywhere, we are happy to help you. While I think that it's a very easy way to take that forward.
I noticed that you're partnered with a number of technology companies, I'm guessing, to build this platform. And infrastructure, Grok is one. Are you using Grok's inference engine?
The beauty about Explain that we are very technology free, are open, and offering all of that. So we work very closely with OpenAI. We work with NVIDIA very closely. NVIDIA today, proudly, NVIDIA is saying that all their AI development team are using Explain tools for every single day activity to build on NVIDIA chips. So we work with NVIDIA, we work with Grok, we work with Intel, we work with all of them. We deal with globally companies that they are very well known in Silicon Valley, as well as we are very proud of our technology partners in this region. As an example, Solutions by STC, one of the leading system integrator in the region. We have also NTCC, we have TCS, we have KN, we have like very strong digitation. We have very strong team and partners we have in the region because I believe that working through partners and through system integrators will expand your strength and expand your reach. We are a startup. We are powerful. We are 4 years old. We are very well funded. We are very rich in revenue, but still we don't have all the people in the world to do all that. So we need to be able to expand. We need more people to work with, and we need more system integrators and partners. And that's the model that I built in MENA region.
Let's talk a little bit about your new funding.
So we had $10 million before. It was as a seed money on the idea. It is a couple of venture capitals from states, very strong people that we work with, and we are very proud of them. They know Dr. Hassan from before. The funding came from the trust in Dr. Hassan's vision and what they need to do. And I'm happy even to talk more about his way. Just take to mention just something why it is very unique. Today, between models, I think this is the right time to mention that. When you want to integrate models today in the AI world, it works from an API integration. You have one plug that it has to fit exactly on the other plug in a certain way. This integration between these models are very hectic and very difficult. Let me give you an example. This is easier for people like me who are not very smart to understand how does that work. Today, if you have a car, whatever car you have, and you found out that your oil pump needs to be replaced. The oil pump is a very easy function. It pumps oil. It doesn't need to be integrated with a lot of things. But the problem, let's say you have Lexus, BM, Porsche, Nissan, Toyota, Kia, whatever you have. You cannot change the oil pump for your car unless it has to be exactly in the same car, in the same model, in the same year, in the same... But why? Why I cannot bring any oil pump, even it's without a brand, because the function is the same. They will tell you, of course you cannot, because you need to integrate it with the battery, with the tools, with the engine, with the oil, with all. So it's not the problem of the function, it is the problem of the integration. So if I tell you that your car, each part of your car area is not connected to each other, but it's connected through the hood, the cover of the car. That means the integration and the discussion and the order doesn't come between all these parts, but it comes in the higher level that it will be able to integrate between all of them. If that will happen, and I believe in the car industry, it will happen not sooner or later, then all what you need to do is to remove any part and to put other part, and as it's integrated in the hood, you don't need to be worried about the integration between the tools downstairs. This is exactly what aiXplain is doing, and Hassan's view is something called agentification. That means any model, any data, any human is an agent on that progress, and the agent will be able to discuss between other agents what will be the best tool to use. So you don't need to say, I want this model with this data, with this person. The agentification will decide who will be the best agent to be able to do that function and to work with it and to integrate between each other without you going to do that. Carrington, imagine if you are a founder you have a great idea. You had an investment of $10 million. You want to work with it, and you brought a CFO, CIO, chief legal officer, chief technology, chief business, whatever it is. And you tell them, this is what I want to build. This is what I want to do. Please talk to each other to give me the plan. How we'll start the company, where we'll start, what we'll sell, what we'll price it, what will be the contracts, we do all of that. You don't sit as a founder and tell you to the chief legal officer, here you start to talk and here you shut up. Here you have to communicate with this one. Until you put them in the room, you tell them what you need to do, and they need to work with each other to reach what you want to do. This is what we call the agentification. Hassan was one of the first people in the world who understand the agentification for AI and building on this. So this is where the strength and why people were investing with him 4 years ago is because of that vision, how to do that. Of course, this will impact the hosting, because in the end, your watch will become a host for an offering, a hosting for a data. So you will stop to be able to have the hosting all to be centralized in certain area. All of us will be able to host and to offer that. So Wa'id, they came only very recently. They are, and I say that with all the honesty and all the sincerity. I started a lot of startups. I sold some of them. I was witnessing some of them, like Maktoub, which was the first company in the Middle East, was acquired by Yahoo back in 2005. The due diligence that Wa'id went to, I swear to God, it was like exactly if they wanted to buy Google. They not only look at our finance and our team and our plans, but also they search and work on the code level. And we are so proud of the outcome of that due diligence by saying that what they saw in this company, they didn't see in very mature companies in Silicon Valley when they come on the coding and what we need to do. So it was a bridge. It's not, as you said, pre-Series A. They led that one, not only Wa'id, there was other people with them. We had the 6.5, so the total is $16 million. The beauty about it is that and you said, Husni, how do you survive 4 years without having any investment? The company has been profitable from day number one, from our solution, from our service, from our community, from our professional services, we have been profitable. Now we are starting to bridge and to be able to go to Series A in Q4 or Q1 next year, because how fast we are expanding and the need for more people, more technology, more infrastructure, that we need to invest and more marketing to make people understand what we do and to take it to the next level. So this is, we are very proud of WAD. It's a very small amount for them. And I think that for where we are going is not, it's a great amount for us to where we are today. But I think that from the results they will see and the vision and the mission and the deliverable we have, I think that this will be just only the start, shaking hands between us and Aramco as a group, Aramco Digital and WAD team for sure.
This new funding then, that's going to help you move faster with development and expansion in the region.
It's now I'm having more. When I started 4 months ago, we didn't have anybody in MENA. We were just serving MENA region from our Turkey office, our Germany office, and our San Jose, California office. Now we have our regional office in Riyadh City, as well as I have an office in Dubai, DIFC, in Dubai International Financial City. We're very proud of our 2 first locations. We are building the team. We are hiring. We have, if anybody is looking for a job, an AI, business development, data engineering, please feel free to reach out to us. I'll be more than happy to receive your CVs and requests. I am available everywhere in LinkedIn as well as my email. So the idea is we are growing. We need more people to deliver that. We look at the great talents in the region, from the region, or residing in the region to be able to help this beautiful region to take it to the next level.
Any other things on the horizon in terms of products or initiatives?
I'm very passionate about something we call the AI Academy, where we started it by per request for governments and big organizations to be able to help them about enhancing the region. As an example, in Saudi Arabia, there is Vision 2030, where we need to be able to make the leadership of Saudi Arabia asked to be able to be sure that the individuals and the citizen of Saudi Arabia is up to the standard globally to compete in a global marketplace, not only in Saudi market job place. That means they need to enhance the Saudi citizen, boys and girls, to be able, if they want to compete a job in Google, they will look at the Saudi citizen as good as the one that was graduating from Stanford or from MIT or from New York. So this is by giving a lot of tools and a lot of work on this. So AI is becoming a must if you would like to compete in that world. So we are now working with a lot of organizations, government, civic government, and private, to be able to enhance and to educate people about AI. So we managed, because of this request, we managed an AI Academy, not only about Explain, we have a lot of brands with us, where we come and we give 3 days, sometimes 1 week for the first phase, like a hackathon, where we make them understand how to be able to use low-code availability, what's AI, how to start with it and to work with that. So that's one. And then we did the advanced AI exercise or training for 3 months. And that's where you will become a certified AI expert to work on this, which is a very advanced and very strong 3 months courses, online, offline, by university professors from over around the world to be able to deliver that solution. So I'm happy to be able to see how we are spreading the knowledge and the news and the tools we have across all sectors in all Arab countries to be sure that we are helping them to go to the next level.
Are there any other things that you would like to mention about Explain?
I think that we are a humble, small, hungry, innovative startup. We love to engage with anyone. We look about how we can add value to the ecosystem and to work with it. So feel free to reach out to us individually, from our boss, our brain, Dr. Hassan Sawaf, to any of us. We have our Chief Operating Officer, Latif, who used to be the CEO of eBay India, one of the biggest marketplaces in the world. Myself, the team, we have unbelievably smart team, young, energetic, strong team that I'm so proud to be part of them and to learn from them, and to be sure that we can create something new that we'll be all proud of. So that's the only thing I would like to add.
Husni, thank you so much for joining us, and hope to have you back again one day with an update.
Carrington, anytime you reach out to me, I'll be always here for you. Thank you so much for inviting us. We have a lot of news coming in a monthly, if not in a weekly basis. Feel free to reach out to me. You will always find me gratefully available for you and for your community to answer any question or to give you any update of what we are doing.
Great, thank you very much. I've been talking to Husni Kaffash, Managing Director for Middle East and North Africa at Explain, and we've been talking about the company's 6.5 million funding and expansion in the MENA region. If you're interested in
You've been listening to a recording of Middle East AI News live for Thursday, August 1st, 2024. Brought to you by Carrington Malin. Thanks for listening.